Yala Holy Mountain, starting point, 56 kilometers. Should take 3.5 to 4 days. We're doing it westward, starting from Zhonggucun, ending up in Tagong. It's climbing all the way. Highest point on the final day is 4,700 meters, starting off at around 3,200 meters. So there's quite a bit of climbing to do, and 20 minutes in, I'm already out of breath. The weather's nice, not too dry, not too hot, not too sunny. Amazing, really. Couldn't have wished for a better day to start the hike on. First view of Mount Yala in the distance. We'll be going around the north side of that. An hour in, it's 10 o'clock and the sun is just coming out behind there, and it's getting a little bit uncomfortable with how hot it is. Not looking forward to midday at all. So we're just about to have lunch under the big tree there, and then afterwards probably going to be ascending and snaking around. Altitude is 3,500 meters right now. Ten kilometers in, 1:30 o'clock, and the sun is out in full force, and there is no cover here. Wind has just picked up. It feels so good to have something that cools you down in this blazing heat. We decided to stop at 3 o'clock today after walking around 14 kilometers, and that's partly because tomorrow we have about 4 kilometers to the pass, and then we climb over, and then it should be an easy descent from there on. And being the first day, we didn't want to tire ourselves out too much. Tents are all set up, and it's 3:30, so got a lot of time killing to do. 8:35, setting off. It's raining now, and it was raining all last night. Gear is a little bit damp and feeling a little bit cold, especially at the fingertips. So we're about 2.5 kilometers in today, which means 1.5 kilometers until we turn and head towards southwest and go over the pass up to the two lakes. And just ahead, the road starts to wind its way up and the climb begins. We are at 4,000 meters above sea level right now, and still climbing for another 200 to 250 meters until we reach the pass. And the climb is absolutely knackering. Carrying some weight, but it's just difficult to breathe. Nearly at the top of the pass, just there. Not far now. Top of the pass, 4,200 meters. Two lakes in the distance you can see. This area that we're in is really nice. Look at the view behind me just there. It's a shame that we can't enjoy the view because of the weather and the fact that we're all pretty cold right now. So the rain has gotten very, very light and the sky's lighting up, but the sun's still not really seen. My hands, especially my fingers, are cold right now. I'm not even able to use my tracking box. I've already held up my camera very much, so I'm trying to reduce use of everything to the bare minimum. But right now, descending down, so hopefully we should be able to warm up. Haven't been able to take a rest since before the climb to the pass over an hour ago, just because of how cold and wet we were up there with the wind blowing and the rain and the snow. No one wanted to stop to eat or to rest or to get water, so hopefully now we are dropping in altitude, not as fast as I'd like, but I can already feel the warmth getting back into my fingers. We're walking so fast right now at, according to my watch, we're walking at just over 5 kilometers an hour, which is like a rapid walking pace. Just trying to get ourselves warm and try to get ourselves to a less windy place. It's finally stopped raining and you can't see, but the sun's finally a little bit out. Amazing news. Oh wow, look at the colour of the lake. Look at the colour of the lake. So the sun finally came out and there's blue skies now, and we can finally see Mount Yala for the first time. We've decided to stop here after walking for only about 10 kilometers because of the bad weather we had this morning. Pretty nice campground, flat despite all the rubbish, close to the water and a gorgeous view. Tomorrow we're going to try and push to the foot of the pass, if not go over the pass, depending on what we feel like. There should be around 13 kilometers to the pass tomorrow, and then 3 more if we decided to go over it. Hopefully we get good weather tomorrow. According to Stefan, the weather forecast is good tomorrow, which means we should be able to walk quite a bit further than we did today and be a lot less miserable. (7:55) leaving our campsite. Clear this morning, the weather, you can see blue skies over there and over there, so it should be a lot better day than yesterday. We have a fairly easy start to the morning, 3 kilometers until we start climbing, and then 10 kilometers before the mountain pass that we may or may not attempt. So aiming for at least 13 kilometers today, if not 16 to 17-ish. So we can camp right at the foot of the mountain pass, either before the climb or after the descent. We've been walking for 1.5 kilometers now, and just on a very, very slight descent the whole way, and should have another kilometer of descending on this road to go before we start climbing the first 300 meters of the day. I think, according to the guy at the front desk in Kangding, this is kind of a temporary base for the Tibetan villagers who are looking for caterpillar fungus up in the hills right now. So we finished with the first part of the climb for the day, more or less, and the view has opened up onto the valley behind us, and it's amazing. Just walking towards that gorgeous mountain, and the locals are digging for caterpillar fungus, so now we have a little bit of company. From the hot spring, 4,050 meters up. The climb has started, and we're now at 4,100 meters. It's tough. Just taking it slowly, one step at a time. Slowly but surely, we'll get to the 4,700 meter mark. It is definitely steep here. The gradient feels like almost a 1-to-1 ratio. For every meter I'm going along, it feels like I'm going up a meter. Altitude 4,400 meters. Finding breathing difficult. Having to use my mouth just to breathe because breathing through my nose isn't sufficient. We came from there all the way, followed the river, and then came up a long, long way. We just met two other hikers who were the first hikers we met along the trail going in either direction, and they said it's another hour and a half to the top, so feeling a little bit devastated because we thought that we were nearly there, almost within reaching distance. Another 300 meters to climb up before we can go down. So over there in the distance, there's some flags. I'm not sure if you can see on the video, but that should be the pass we're going over. Another 150 meters upwards, and we should be there. There's Yala and the peak of Yala right there. Last 60 meters. Way off in the distance, you can see Tagong Mountain. 4,750 meters. Top of this mountain pass. And now we're gonna lose all of that altitude again and descend. Now we are descending towards Tagong. We're just walking along this trail towards Tagong until we find the first water source right now. Down to my last 100 milliliters of water, and we finally got to the water source. So we followed the stream down to this patch where it's more or less flat. It's not perfectly flat, but right now too tired to walk any further to a flatter spot. And just looking around, it's pretty steep gradient on all sides. Walked for 16 kilometers today with a lot of ascent and a lot of descent. Feeling quite hungry, quite tired. Walked for just over 10 hours. So quite ready for a good rest tonight. So it appears that by setting our tents here, we've attracted quite a few people. This is the second group that have passed by. (8:53), fourth and final day of the Yala Mountain trek. Heading to Tagong today. Last night we camped right here at 4,300 meters, and surprisingly enough it wasn't too cold. Tried to catch a Milky Way rising over there again, but to no success in the third successive day. But yeah, the weather today looks amazing. So looking back, we can see the peak of Yala Mountain once again. Today's destination, Tagong, in the distance. Okay, so we are pretty much back to civilization. The road is probably just 700 meters in front of us, so I am going to cut off the video here. It's taken us an hour and 45 minutes to walk to this place so far. Definitely could have made it down here last night, maybe just a little bit after sunset, but the sunrise this morning on Kangding and the chance to see the Milky Way definitely was worth it. Staying up in the mountains for an additional night. Anyway, thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.